What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. So this week I have an exciting video for you guys. I'm going to take you guys along with me as we shoot an educational video for Danger Jones. The purpose of these videos are really to showcase the lightener that we're going to be using and their gloss toners, and just explaining why I love using them. And so they had some artists come out to shoot some educational content, talking about the products and why we love them and how amazing they work. So I'm going to start off with using the lightener to go ahead and lighten her. I'm going to be starting off just using like 10 volume for her hair, and then we're going to bump up the lightener strength up to 20 volume. And there are a few different artists that were working on models this day, so it was really cool to work alongside with them and have someone film and also just kind of talk through with a mic on what I'm going to be doing on my model and all of that. If you are new here, I am doing my signature placement, and I will go a little bit more in depth onto what I'm going to be doing. But before we get into the hair transformation, this is Marco, the cameraman who is filming me today for this shoot, and he was just getting some befores of my model. So I'm going to go in with the Danger Jones lightener. I mixed up that bowl of just pretty much 10 volume, and I'm going to be starting in the back like I normally do in a lot of my foil placement. And I take diagonal backs around the nape of the neck. That very first foil around the nape, I always like to weave it for some softness, and then I'm going to take a diagonal back after that. Right now you can see I sliced it, and we don't have to worry about having this part be too blended. We want some nice impactful foils here, so that's why I'm taking diagonal back slices. And pretty much I'm just kind of talking through with Marco, the cameraman, what I'm going to be saying as far as what I want to mention in the educational video. So the purpose of these videos too was to kind of explain why I love the products, and these videos are going to be shown when Danger Jones actually launches in Asia, which is going to be so exciting to see and have them launch. I believe they're launching in China, Taiwan, and I forget the other country, but nonetheless I am extremely excited that they're going to be launching in other Asian countries, and hopefully I can go and visit or maybe see a hair show there. That would be a really cool thing for me, and hopefully something that I can do in the future. But other than that, going off with the placement, I'm going to be doing my signature placement. So after I do those first few foils around the nape, I'm taking that center mohawk section, and then as I'm doing her hair, my model is actually getting her makeup done from Meredith. She is like the makeup artist that comes to a lot of the hair shows and does a lot of the models for any type of video shoots that we may have. I love working alongside with Meredith because she's just such a sweet soul and such a good vibe every time, and has like the best attitude to be around whenever we're doing or having a really long shoot day like this. She always definitely brings the energy and all that, and she is also extremely talented for a makeup artist too. I feel like our models always look so great after, and you guys will later see how beautiful my model's makeup looks like. So now that I'm going in the front, I'm doing her money piece section, and for her money piece section, I wanted something that was going to be a little bit bold. So that very first foil right around her hairline, I did weave it, and then I did some slices behind it, and then I'm going to connect her center mohawk with some other slices behind that too. And honestly, by now I have pretty much bumped up my model's lightener up to like 20 volume, and we're just going to be using 20 volume for the rest of the head. And you can see there I'm probably talking into my mic, explaining to Marco as he's filming me what I'm doing and the process of everything and what that's like. And if you guys want to check out the video that Marco made, it is on my Instagram at Locks by Lauryn, and it's also on the Danger Jones Balayage page too, and it just came out today as I'm making this video too, and it got me so excited that I was finally able to post about it because I was really happy with the way that it came out. And yeah, so I'm gonna continue her money piece with the side money, and I'm gonna just continue doing that with a weave. I did some slices, and then I continued doing another like diagonal back slice, and now I'm gonna connect that front and back with a little weave above the ear, and then continue my slicing pattern all the way up till I meet that center section where I do the mohawk. And if you're new, that's generally how my placement goes. But just because it's like super easy for me to touch up and all of that, and I find that it gets me through the like a full head of highlights like this a lot quicker. And then after we do the basically most of like all the root foils, I'm gonna go in and do some tip outs on her too, to kind of create some sort of like gradual blend to where the roots are a little bit more dimensional, and then it like gradually gets a little bit lighter towards the ends. And you know, the key with this type of transformation is to make sure that you get these make your slices nice and thin so that you get a really clean, even saturation. Sorry guys, I paused here because we were ordering lunch, and after that I went in and separated the hair. So I'm going to over direct all the hair that I leave outside the foils kind of towards the face, and just so that it's a lot easier for me to kind of pick up and easy to distinguish where it needs to be tipped out versus not. And we are going for more of like a dimensional look anyways, so there I am separating the hair down the mohawk in the middle. And her color history is she pretty much has virgin hair. I want to say she has maybe like old color on the very end, but essentially we're trying to just get her as light as possible, something to where we can do like an ashy blonde tone. So I'm going in now and I do some over direction. I tease it and then I weave it, and then I paint these paper thin teases at like a diagonal back kind of blend. And I try to over direct in front of the face and just like towards the opposite direction of where it's going to be laying, because the more you over direct your tip outs, the softer the blend will be. And then the extra added insurance there is to kind of weave out some hair too. So I'm really focusing on trying to get as much of a tip out in the front, but then as I get closer towards the back, I am going to be trying to leave out a little bit more hair. So again, since I'm wanting the front to be a little bit lighter, I am tipping those out and trying to get a little bit more hair within each foil. But then as I work towards the back, I'm going to try to tease a little bit more negative space out so that it gradually gets darker of a blend in the back. And once her foils were ready, she lifted to a really pretty level 9 and 10. And I usually will just start pulling out the foils from the back where I started and work my way up towards the front to wherever it is ready. And her hair is or was like a little bit on the stubborn side, so I did pop her ends in like the dryer for a little bit. And when I put my clients under the dryer, I usually will do like a temperature that is like warm, kind of like similar to like body heat. I don't like to put the dryer on too hot. I just want to kind of mimic, because the ends are so far away from the natural body heat, and I just want something that will help lift it. So now I'm going to be going in with the toner, and I'm using the Danger Jones gloss toners. So for her gloss toner formulation, I mixed up a root formula, and then we did a lighter formula on the mids and ends. So for her formula, for the root, I did a 6-01, and then for the mids and ends formula, I mixed up a 9-2 with some 10-32 and a little bit of 10-12 to create more of like a neutral but ashy tone. I don't want something that's going to be too gray, but I do want her color to feel more on the ashy side. And I generally do love using the Danger Jones gloss toners because it's really easy to apply, and I feel like the hair is just so soft and shiny afterwards. They are also formulated with bonder in them to help make the hair feel really great. What was that?
I'm gonna recommend my friend.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh,
This looks so good on you.
alrighty guys, so here is my models after. Guys, we were so obsessed. I loved the way that everything just like blended so seamlessly and totally gives that vibe to where the blend gets a little bit lighter towards the front and more lived in and dimensional towards the back. I feel like this is going to grow out and fade so pretty on her because she lifted really well, especially using the Danger Jones bleach, even though her hair was more on the stubborn side because it is like practically, I would say, a level 2 or 3 naturally, and it is Asian hair, so I had no trouble lifting because we had the Danger Jones bleach, but it did take a little bit longer just because she is that darker level, but was still able to get light enough to reach a very beautiful ash tone like we did. And I'm super happy with everything and the way that it came out. Her hairstyle felt amazing, and she actually has some like natural wave to her hair, so I feel like it didn't really dry out her hair at all. I feel like it felt really good, and she'll still be able to really wear her hair wavy and natural even after the lightening session. And I did see some videos of her hair and how it ended up fading, and it looked so pretty. It kind of faded into like a really nice beautiful beigey blonde after this, and it just looked really pretty and complemented her skin tone really well. Overall, I was super happy with everything, and I had so much fun on this shoot. I just want to thank Danger Jones and everyone that I worked with on the shoot because I just had the most amazing time and was just super happy with everything and how it turned out. But that is it for this week's episode, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in, and as always, I will talk to you guys next week.